So who are these former officers and what else are Gerald Goines and Stephen Bryant accused of doing? Investigative reporter Jeremy Rogowski takes a closer look.
Gerald Goines was a 32-year Houston police veteran, a member of HPD's Narcotics Squad 15, and the case agent who led the raid, ramming the door of the Harding Street home. Here is the original search warrant affidavit Goines wrote that prosecutors now say was full of lies. He claimed a confidential informant had bought heroin from the home the day before the raid, and that fellow Squad 15 officer Stephen Bryant recognized the substance as boy, street slang for heroin. After the raid went south with 4 officers shot and 2 homeowners killed, Chief Art Acevedo stood by the story he knew at the time.
We actually bought black tar heroin at that location.
But no heroin was ever found, court records show, and neither was the supposed informant who bought it.
Goines later admitted, 1, there was no confidential informant who purchased drugs at 7815 Harding Street.
According to District Attorney Kim Ogg, Officer Stephen Bryant also was in on the lies when he wrote this supplemental report 2 days after the raid. In it, Bryant claimed he observed a plastic bag containing 2 small packets of a brown powdery substance, heroin, that was bought from the Harding Street home.
Bryant's claims were false.
District Attorney Ogg called the charges against both officers action number 1 in a sweeping review of thousands of cases worked up by Narcotics Squad 15. Ogg today saying, quote, there may be more to this story. Len?
Jeremy, thank you.